Well, he's defiant and won't quit, even though he's led India to its 5th consecutive series defeat overseas. Mahendra Singh Dhoni under the radar. We start with cricket. India's beleaguered cricketers have come under sharp criticism from former players who've called for coach Duncan Fletcher's immediate ouster while questioning Mahendra Singh Dhoni's captaincy in the Test series against England that culminated with an innings and 244 runs annihilation at the Oval. India's woeful performances touched a new low as they succumbed to their heaviest Test defeat in 40 years in a match that got over well inside 3 days, gifting away the series to England 3-1. Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni is being heavily criticized by cricketing legends. Former players were critical of Duncan Fletcher's role as well in the embarrassing defeat, saying his contribution was zero and it was high time that he was replaced. Joining us right now is Vivek Prabhakar from the Sports Desk. Vivek, heavy criticism not just for Duncan Fletcher, also for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Voices are already calling for his head. Dhoni, however, remains defiant.
Yes, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is defiant. He hasn't yet come out with any statement of his captaincy, why the team has not performed well under his captaincy. This is the 5th overseas Test series defeat for India. So definitely there are going to be questions raised on Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And the fact is that nothing seems to have worked for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Neither his field placements have been good. His selection of the playing 11 has been baffling. So nothing seems to be working for the Indian captain. And if you look at his record as a captain, as a batsman overseas, as a Test batsman, it is abysmally poor. In Australia, in South Africa, in New Zealand, wherever he has gone, he has failed to impress.
Right, Vivek, we've opened our phone lines to callers and we encourage you to call in and tell us what you feel about the story. First caller from Kanpur. Varun, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's unfair to pinpoint at our captain. You know, he's been our best batsman in this series, and he has performed. He's consistently performed in every Test match. Whether you see the Lord's Test match or the Oval Test match, he was the only one who scored the runs. So I think the thing that has failed is our top order. You know, it has miserably failed. So let's not blame only the captain. It's the whole team that has failed, and we need to address some issues. I think the main issue is our batsmen aren't exposed to these conditions. BCCI need to send these batsmen to the county cricket. They need to get more exposure, and they just don't have that kind of an exposure. And this is a very inexperienced team. So yes,
right.
We have to be a little patient with this team, right?
All right, Varun, you have a point there that not just blame the captain, it's the entire team that didn't perform well. You might just have a point there. We'll put that point to the test when we discuss this later. Meanwhile, some breaking news coming in right now. Former cricketers have already started taking digs at Dhoni. Maninder Singh starts it. He says he is clueless. Dhoni, that is clueless about his team. But he's saved so far due to former BCCI chief and current ICC chief Srinivasan's backing. This is what Maninder Singh had to say.
As far as his captaincy is concerned, I think he's been one of the luckiest captains I've ever seen, because sometimes I feel, what is he doing? He's got no idea what he's doing. And even, Shane Warne yesterday, I've been saying this for the past 3-4 years, that he loves his leg gully, leg slip. Whether it's spinners, whether it's fast bowlers, I really don't know why does he have that fielder there. Yesterday I heard Shane Warne saying, for God's sake, somebody go and tell Dhoni that you don't need a fielder there. So I think he's been a lucky man. And then when you have a godfather, then you have no problems whatsoever. You lose 4-0 wherever, you need, lose 5-0 wherever, you'll still be the captain of the team.
More callers on the line right now. Suman calling from Chennai. Suman, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dhoni can play the role of a captain, wicketkeeper and batsman. He cannot do the job of all 11 players. If your cliff fielders keep missing catches, what can he do? If your batsmen don't bat, what can he do? And by the way, those who are criticizing, asking for his ouster, who would they suggest as a replacement for Dhoni? Gautam Gambhir or Jadeja or Virat Kohli? Let them first decide who is a better option as a captain, and then let them...
All right, so you're saying it's not entirely Dhoni's fault, it's the team's fault. Chetan Chauhan, former cricketer, on the phone line right now. Mr. Chauhan, now calls already being made for Dhoni's ouster. Do you also blame him entirely for the bad showing in England? What are your thoughts?
See, the position of the captain is if you win, you get all the laurels and all the credit, but if you lose, well, all the credit will come on to the captain. Here in this case also, I will not blame the captain alone. It is the entire team which is going to be blamed and should be blamed. But then the captain has to take more responsibility because he is the captain, he is the leader, and right from selection of the 11 who is to bowl and when to bowl, and the batting order, and so many things are there. All that is the responsibility.
Do you think,
of the captain.
Mr. Chauhan, there have been calls for Duncan Fletcher's ouster as well. Do you think they're justified?
Absolutely, he should have gone long time back. Not now, but long time back. See? Because the kind of
Mr. Chauhan, Maninder Singh has come out and says that Captain Dhoni has absolutely no clue about his own team. Do you think that's the case?
So I don't know. How can he say a thing like this? I thought in the last few years, he wanted the senior players out. He first, Ganguly in 2007, 2008, I think he was, the seniors, one by one, the seniors have all gone. And Dhoni wanted a younger side, so he's got the younger side. See, I don't want to, point out on particular players, who he wanted, but some of the players whom he has confidence in, and some of the players he wanted, he's got them. See, and I'm really surprised about Roger Binney, not Roger Binney, but his lad playing in the 11, being selected in the test. Yes, okay, he could have been there in the one-day side or maybe 2020.
Perhaps wrong calls selection-wise, and perhaps wrong calls and decisions cricket strategy-wise led to the defeat. Many thanks, Chalin Chauhan, for calling us. Ejaz from Kashmir is another caller. Ejaz, go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost Ejaz. More breaking news coming in right now as Syed Kirmani, former India wicketkeeper, has slammed Indian coach Duncan Fletcher for his team's poor performance. He insisted for Indian coaches throughout.
No, I don't agree with the views of so many. That Dhoni should be removed, he should quit captaincy. They should talk about Duncan Fletcher. Right, what has he done so far? And coach, I think it's high time that we got rid of the foreign coaches, with due respects, okay? We have our own people. Why don't we respect our own people? Why don't we respect our own cricketers and encourage them? Why foreigners?
One more caller right now. Naresh calling from Kanpur. Naresh.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I want to say that this IPL has spoiled their spirit of playing test cricket. They are now fit only for 2020 games. They don't have the patience of playing for 5 days. And secondly, BCCI hasn't done any service to the cricket. BCCI is just made of politicians and businessmen. They are not cricketers. So the things won't improve unless, number one, BCCI is removed, and number two, the IPL is cut down to the state level. It is not played in a professional manner. So then the people will concentrate on 5-day games.
All right, Naresh, you seem to suggest that the birth of T20 has diminished the enthusiasm for cricketers to play test cricket. That was Naresh from Kanpur. Let's go back to Vivek, my colleague. Vivek, a couple of points there. One, that former cricketers, in fact, Vivek, before we come to you, we have one more caller right now, Sandeep from Mumbai. Sandeep, go ahead.
I think probably India is the only country where the captain and the coach... Hello?
Yes, Sandeep, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, where the captain and the coach, in spite of not only losing disastrously, still continue to be defiant. And that is only possible if you have someone as a godfather behind you. Because hello?
Do you think, Sandeep, it's time for Dhoni to go?
If not him, at least Duncan Fletcher 101%.
Why do you say that? Why do you say the coach must go and the captain shouldn't? Why do you say that?
No, practically both should go. 100%. They should have gone when India lost to England 4-0. When they lost to England in India, that was disastrous. And he keeps picking up spinners in Ashwin and Jadeja. Why not try someone else? When Indian spinners did badly,
Right. Okay. Sandeep, you have a couple of points. Many thanks for calling in right now. Vivek, a couple of points there. One from Chetan Chauhan. He also agrees that Dhoni could stay on, but Duncan Fletcher should go. Everyone who called in right now is of the same opinion. Why is that really? I mean, the coach, of course, has a limited role to play on the field. He, of course, can influence team selection, but it's up to the captain to play who he wants.
Well, the job of a coach is to make strategies, and the job of a captain is to go out there and implement those strategies. But the point here is, when Duncan Fletcher was selected as India's coach, the team was a World Cup winning team. 2011 World Cup, they won. The team was the #1 test side for 20 months on trot. Yes, it was also because there were a lot of senior players like Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar, very, very special Lakshman. You had Rahul Dravid. You had Saurav Ganguly, who had just retired then. So the team was very strong, and then all of a sudden all of them retired and the team was in a transition phase. But the point is, how he has blooded the youngsters. He has given opportunity.
We have one more caller, Ajaz. Ajaz, you'll have to wait for 2 minutes because we have Rajkumar Sharma on the phone line also. Rajkumar Sharma calls for Dhoni's ouster, Duncan Fletcher's ouster. Miserable performance by the team, not such a good performance by the players. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it is a total failure of the team, and more than Dhoni. I mean, Dhoni has done well for himself, as he was the lone fellow battling against the Englishman. But I think the role of the coach, Duncan Fletcher, is has to be considered because since he has joined as a coach of India, we have not done well, especially in Test cricket and outside India.
So you think that's entirely Duncan Fletcher's fault because he doesn't understand the team? Is that it?
I mean, he has to give some strategies, and he's the main man behind it. So if we are doing so badly, I think somebody is responsible.
All right, R.K. Sharma there, Virat Kohli's coach, says that perhaps Duncan Fletcher's appointment should be relooked at. Ajaz calling from Kashmir. Ajaz, go ahead.
Yes, I want to say that this Dhoni should be given more chances because he has done so much good for India in the past. So should not sack him right now. It will be too early to do so because I don't think there is any good captain in the world right now.
All right, Ajaz from Kashmir says give Dhoni some more time. Many thanks for calling in. Vivek, many thanks for joining us on the story as well. Even as the Modi government